Sometimes the most powerful thing you will ever learn in this life is how to protect your peace, because peace is not something the world hands to you. Peace is something you create, something you nurture, something you stand guard over like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Protecting your peace begins the moment you understand that not every battle deserves your energy, not every voice deserves a response, and not every situation deserves your presence. There comes a time when you realize you've been giving away too much of yourself, your time, your mind, your love, your space, to people who had no intention of pouring anything healthy back into you. And maybe you didn't notice it at first. Maybe you thought you were being strong, understanding, patient, forgiving, loyal. Maybe you thought that keeping people around, even when they disrupted your spirit, made you a good person. But eventually, your body, your mind, your heart, they all get tired. And that tiredness becomes a whisper telling you something has to change. Whisper gets louder every day until suddenly it becomes impossible to ignore. Protecting your peace is that moment when you finally choose yourself, not in a selfish way, not in a cold way, but in a way that says, I matter too. My mind matters. My heart matters. My space matters. And it's strange at first, because choosing peace often means walking away from things you once prayed to keep. It means letting go of people you thought would never hurt you. It means leaving behind environments that once felt comfortable but now feel heavy. It means learning that silence is not empty, it's full of answers you could never hear when you were surrounded by noise. Protecting your peace is learning to sit with yourself, to breathe deeply, to stop apologizing for wanting a calmer life. It's learning that you are not obligated to carry stress that is not yours. You are not responsible for healing people who refuse to evolve, and you are not required to stay anywhere that disrupts your spirit. And yes, sometimes that means choosing distance. Sometimes that means choosing solitude. Sometimes it means starting over, rewriting your routines, reevaluating your circle, and healing from everything you allowed because you didn't know better at the time. But that's the beauty of growth. You learn, you adjust, you rise. Protecting your peace means learning boundaries, not the kind you say once and forget, but the kind you enforce consistently, even when your heart wants to bend, even when old habits try to pull you back. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors with locks that you choose who gets access to. Some people will get offended when you start protecting your peace because they benefited from your lack of boundaries. They liked the version of you who overgave, who tolerated their inconsistency, who stayed quiet to keep the harmony. But you are no longer that version, and that is something to celebrate. Protecting your peace also means not taking everything personally. Not every action is about you. Not every opinion needs to be considered. Not every comment needs a reaction. The world is loud, and if you let it, it will convince you that you need to rush, compare, compete, prove, defend, explain, when really, the most peaceful life comes from mastering the art of letting things be, letting people be who they are, without letting their chaos into your spirit, letting situations unfold without forcing outcomes that were never meant for you, letting yourself grow without guilt, without apology, without needing validation. When you decide to protect your peace, life begins to feel softer, clearer. You start noticing the small things again, the quiet mornings, the slow breaths, the softness of your own thoughts. You begin to attract different people, healthier people, people who feel light instead of heavy. You begin to see opportunities that were hidden behind stress. You begin to glow from the inside, because peace is a light one that transforms you from drained to grounded, from overwhelmed to aligned. And yes, you will have days when your peace is challenged, days when old triggers try to return, when people test your boundaries, when life throws unexpected storms your way. But protecting your peace doesn't mean avoiding storms. It means learning to remain calm inside them. It means reminding yourself that not every wave is meant to knock you down. Some waves are meant to teach you balance. Protecting your peace is a lifelong practice, something you choose every morning, Every moment, every breath, it's choosing your mental health over temporary emotions. It's choosing clarity over chaos. It's choosing your future over familiar pain. It's choosing to no longer abandon yourself to keep others comfortable. And the more you practice it, the stronger you become. You start to trust yourself more. You start to listen to your intuition instead of ignoring it. You start to feel proud of the person you are, becoming someone who values their own energy, someone who understands their worth, someone who knows they deserve a life filled with calm, joy, love, stability, and purpose. Protecting your peace is not just a habit. It's a lifestyle, a mindset, a promise to yourself that says, I will no longer be a home for stress. I will no longer be a shelter for chaos. I will no longer carry weights that break me. I choose peace. I choose growth. I choose me. And the moment you make that commitment, truly make it everything around you starts to shift. Your environment changes. Your relationships change. Your mindset transforms. You begin to create a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. Because real peace is internal. It's the kind of peace no one can take from you because you've learned how to protect it. You've learned how to guard it like the precious treasure it is. You've learned that your peace is your power, your foundation, your strength, and the very thing that will carry you through every chapter of your life with grace. So protect it boldly. Protect it unapologetically. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. And when you do, you will discover a version of yourself you never knew existed. Lighter, wiser, stronger, calmer, and more aligned than ever before. Protect your peace, because peace is where your true life begins.